So we've finished up with the tour, apart from obviously tomorrow we've got Old Trafford, but in terms of travelling, in terms of going around the world, we are pretty much done. Everything is wrapped up. Performance today, you would say this was the toughest game of pre-season. It proved that way. On paper I thought that this was going to be hard. I did expect Atletico to offer a little less resistance because I thought they were around about 2 weeks behind us in terms of fitness, but they've shown in the end they have got that quality. Sometimes, no matter how well you defend, which we did do today, no matter how much you control the game, which we did do today, there is always that one player on the opposition who has got that bit of quality. And João Felix, like he did in the Champions League in last season, he did it to us again today. One moment, one-on-one. There you go, that's what happens. Sometimes you've got to hold your hands up and say that player is quality, and he just beat us. That was it. That was really their only major effort on target, on goal. But you got to look at the rest of the game now and break it down as to how important it is for us and where we are in terms of Ten Hag's development with this team. What I saw today was a very rugged, very combative, well organised Manchester United team. And you may say, we lost the game, Adam. Why are you trying to be positive and spin it? I'm not spinning it. I know what we've got. We are lacking in depth, but the players that we have got on the pitch there today, and the positives I'm taking away from this tour, and I've been very, very consistent with this, is the Ten Hag effect. I'm fully behind this manager and what I've seen and what I've seen these players. Today showed to me that we're going to fight. We are going to fight, and we're not just going to roll over. There were times in that game where it just wasn't working. The tackles were hard. It was very combative. I think 6 yellow cards, 1 red. You don't usually get that in a friendly, and that Ten Hag bite and winning mentality was coming through there. You could see it in the mix zone there. Players gone, dusted, out you go, out the door, no one's talking, very strict. And yeah, we may not get that interview, we may not get that little bit extra from the player, but as a fan going week in, week out, I'd rather see a disciplined performance on the pitch, which is what we got today. Fred and McTominay did their bits. I mean, the forward line ultimately was what let us down today. We should have been 2 or 3-0 up by half-time, I thought. We had the better chances in the game. Harry Maguire missed a sitter in the second half. How he missed it, I do not know. But moments like that are what we need to capitalise on. Them players, them forward players need to score the goals to help out how organised the rest of the team is. The rest of the team is doing that fighting and that battling and being organised. At the end of the day, the forward's got to put the ball in the back of the net, otherwise the pressure starts to mount and mount and mount. And Atletico just came back into the game little bit by bit. Going into the Premier League season, we're going to see that a lot. We sacrificed again today for the system. We sacrificed for possession of the ball and how Ten Hag wants to work. There were moments in that where it was just a back three, and that could have been Fred, Lindelof and Maguire at some points as well. One holding midfielder in Fred. We always have a front 5 that's consistent in most of this tour. We have McTominay pushing on, or when Eriksen and Donny came on the pitch, they were pushed on as well as Bruno. There's always a front 5, and there's always an emphasis on winning the ball up high in the top end of the pitch and doing our work there. The defenders with this Ten Hag system have been asked to do an awful lot more. They're being asked to go one-on-one. They're being asked to risk that pass, risk their ability to recover if it doesn't go right the first time. You can see it in the warm-ups and the warm-up drills, they're different. There were moments when Harry Maguire was one-on-one, but he came through. Lindelof the same, played very well. And as a pair, that's probably the best I've seen them two play all pre-season. Yeah, we can bring up Harry Maguire's missed-headed opportunity. You've got to put that away, I know. But in terms of his job, he did his job very well in defence today, I thought. We were solid. Lindelof alike. Dalot, excellent today, I thought. Probably one of the most matured players that we've seen under Ten Hag, and a player who I'm seeing definitely improve under Ten Hag. And that's what we want to see. We want to see players improve. We want to see players getting better. Looking at that front line again there, though, it's like Rashford worked his socks off the ball. And that's the biggest positive again today. The off-the-ball work was 20 times better. It may not have been picked up on TV, but Rashford started to flag on that left-hand side around about the 70-minute mark. But that's when Martial came off and Rashford went into the forward line, so he could reserve his energy when needed, and you can see how that's working. The only downside to that is we're sort of making do. So we're bringing Martial off at a certain time because he's run himself into the ground. Rashford then has to come in to the middle to try and reserve his energy. Why? Because we haven't got that depth. We haven't got that other player. And yes, Jadon Sancho was injured today, and unfortunately we missed him, I thought, because I thought Elanga was off it. I didn't think he was good enough today. I thought his decision making wasn't right. He held onto the ball a little bit too long and probably was the weakest link, but we know Elanga and what he's got, and we know what Ten Hag has got, and he will improve. He will get better, and I've got confidence that Elanga will show through in the end for us. Rashford, I'm taking as a positive at the moment. People look at it and try and spin negatives because of the result today, but his work rate, like I said, is definitely different. I'm seeing more off the ball, I'm seeing more energy, I'm seeing him tackling back and covering his fullback as well. And a lot of the time you're looking at the way Ten Hag plays, and them forwards aren't really moving back too much. The defence has got a responsibility on its own to stay in position and hold their own. And like I said, it's a United way of old. When Sir Alex Ferguson used to say, you're one-on-one, you're not going to get that cover. We're Manchester United, the emphasis is on us to attack. If you're one-on-one with your forward, then it's down to you as a United defender to deal with that situation. If not, we can see the goal, the rest of the team, we go again, playing exactly the same way, and we get the goal back, and we carry on from there. It's being strict in that formation, being strict in that philosophy of Ten Hag now, and the mentality, and you can see it, he's constantly tapping his head. He was doing it to Elanga today. He was doing it all the way through the game. I was sat there up in the press box there, you could just see him on the sidelines constantly. You've got to think, you've got to think. You're always thinking 2 steps ahead with him, and that's what the players look like they're doing. I see Malacia on the sidelines early doors there. He was already thinking of the next pass, and the ball runs under his foot. There are a lot of things that need improving in this team right now, but we're seeing signs going forward. There's no quick fix. We need more numbers. We need transfers through the door. That is an essential right now, because the squad depth is lacking. It's lacking in quality at the moment. We've got rid of too many players and not enough has come in. Disappointed we didn't see Martinez. I'm guessing we will see him tomorrow. Moving past that, you've got to look at Eriksen coming on as a massive positive. I mean, he came on and showed just pure class. He was just different gravy. He's controlling the ball in the way he reads the game and the way he runs the game, superb. And the link up between him and Donna is a make weight again. But like I said, I go back to it. As that as a positive is, and seeing Donny play well is a positive. And the fact that Bruno went out to the left, the fact that we're seeing Eriksen go back deeper, Bruno go out to the left, tells you one thing. It tells me one thing: we haven't got the adequate replacements for them positions, so we're having to make do. It is the round pegs in the square holes, and no disrespect to the players themselves and where they're playing. I know they can do it, but there are better players that can do that role. They're just being forced into that because of what we've got right now, and that is, like I said, a lack of numbers and not enough quality in depth. Someone may come through from the pack from the youth team. I hope they do. It's what we're made of. You've got to look at it now and you've got to go, season's here. We're a week away. That's it. No more games. There's one more game tomorrow, but it's obviously going to be more of a makeshift sort of team considering who played here today. That's their last game. Now hard yards are going to be put in on Carrington, and we're going to see this team. It is fitter, it is stronger, and it is sharper. I will say that from this pre-season tour. But we do need help. They do need help, and we've seen today against a solid, strict defensive outfit which Atletico Madrid are, and we've seen that last season where we was only managing to score 1 goal. That's 1 goal in 3 games against this Simeone team now, and you can see us struggling to break them down. That strength in depth, that extra player up front, that other player in midfield to help cover, that's what we're lacking. That's what we're desperately lacking at the moment. Just that little bit of help for that team that's there now. But you know what? We can only do it step by step. It's not going to be fixed in a season. It's going to be fixed in possibly 3. This is the start, and we can't forget that. It's important to realise where we was last season, and what we need is a style of play, a system, a philosophy that we can work from this season forward and add players to it. We can't put quick fixes in wherever. It's down to Ten Hag. He knows who he wants. It's up to the club to go and get it. I'm not going to go into transfers right now. It's not about that. You already know how I feel about that. But the club has to back Ten Hag now, and hopefully by the end of August. That is still too late for me, but at minimum by the end of August we need to have had at least another 2 players in, preferably in that midfield area, or a midfielder and a forward. That's a minimum, not enough. Guys, that's it. We're wrapped up for the tour now. We've got 1 more game at Old Trafford tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see some of you guys there. I just want to say again, thank you for everyone, for all the support, everyone who's done interviews with us, the players, the journalists, everyone. We're getting a flight home early in the morning. We'll be back at Old Trafford tomorrow, and we'll see you all there. Guys, like, share and subscribe to United Stand. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now.